Oh. Oh. Hey, Dickus. Hopefully you're doing well. Ooh, 55. It just keeps climbing higher and higher. No! Come on. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yay, me thinks I'm all set and comfy. Do. Do. Okay. So, usual everybody's 3 minutes to get the first thing of ads out of the way, and then I'll be back, and then we can start talking and discussing a bit. Be back. Well, that came out wrong. Be back soon. And I get to be here for the rest of you all. I don't have to deal with ads. Y'all have to listen to me. Mm-hmm. Hey, all you lovely Pueblos. How are you all doing? I do hope everyone's staying warm and such like that, because apparently I'm hearing that the storm apparently is supposed to get back on track, being a little bad and everything like that. So hopefully everyone is doing well, and hopefully is going to do well. And hopefully being here with me means I can at least lay on you and keep you warm, I suppose. Doing okay. Well, that's good, Decus. And hopefully you did really enjoy Dragon Quest VII last night. Because I know when it released, you from what I saw, you were enjoying yourself. I think the last I remember seeing anything on it was the Maui head thing. Tempted to stream it again tonight. Oh, okay. Well, if you do, I'll be sure to lurk above anything in the chats. Oh. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that's good. At least that you had a good dinner. Alrighty. So, I have been going through a bit of the news above anything. I'm not really seeing much. Ooh, excuse me. I haven't really seen, at least from Game Rant, about much news that would concern everybody in general. Game industry took a huge hit from investors. Oh, that's right, because apparently now we're in the game crash now. Let me see if I can bring it up. I did at least find one news from Game Rant that's particular. I should be able to find something on it real quick. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, I always like Yongye, if that's how it's to pronounce it. Yeah.
If you look at stock prices,
All right, give me a second. Whew. Alrighty, and hello. Good guy and voice actor, just he shouldn't have been Kiryu's English dub. Oh, is that who did the English dub of Kiryu? Huh. As you can tell, I'm not that very well versed in keeping up with stuff. There we go. Had to fixate something. Okay, let's hear what he has to say. Alright, this is over the Google's Genie 3. Oh, goody. Alright, let's hear this.
across the games industry right now, you'll find that the entire games industry, quite a few prominent major companies in gaming have all crashed in their stock price. So right here, for example, Shinobi 602 highlighted on
Nope, give me a second. I always forget about this. Alright, what else will help if I did that? And hang on.
how the likes of Take-Two Interactive, Roblox, CD Projekt, Unity Software, among many more, have seen their stock price all dip in the same day. Even companies like Nintendo, you'll find that on that exact same day, January 30th, they saw a major dip in their stock price. So people might be wondering what the heck is going on. Well, Shinobi 602 very briefly explains it here, how all of this is a response to the launch of Google's Project Genie, with investors believing that it's basically over for video games being handcrafted and that video games will now all be made entirely by AI. So what is Project Genie? Well, right here we have a tweet from Google.
Mind you, if we ever get to the point where video games are all going to be made by AI, I'm pretty much going to be stopped putting my money into it. Probably take up, maybe fursuiting a lot more, honestly. Fursuiting and maybe some other project to involve anything. I don't know, but the fact that it's a possibility, it makes me worry these days.
Google itself introducing Project Genie, an experimental research prototype powered by Genie 3, our world model, and lets you prompt an interactive world into existence and then step inside. So yeah, basically you type in prompts and you can interact with what output AI produces. So this individual typed in a photorealistic alpine meadow with blah, 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 and the character is a Shiba Inu, and that's kind of what Google's Project Genie generated. And this is an area where you can use your keyboard to navigate through. And this is something that's out right now for the public to be able to play around with and test out if they so desire. That is, if you want to pay for Google's AI Ultra
Oh, God. That price. Hell no. From what he describes, that's not going to be a possibility. Well, at the very least, it better not. I swear to God.
subscription plan at the low price of just $125 a month for 3 months, and then you'll be paying $250 a month for the time that you want to use this feature. So yeah, insane price point that is clearly not meant for the masses, but for the people who did engage with Project Genie, what they found was that as impressive as this technology is, the fact that you can type in a couple words and describe the world that you want and the character you want, and you get some kind of interactive experience, the fact remains that this technology is incredibly limited. The fact that any of this can be done at all, again, really impressive. But whether it'll replace game developers, whether this is how games will be made moving forward, that aspect is questionable, especially given all the current limitations surrounding Google's Genie AI tool, which can only produce an interactive experience that lasts just 1 minute, only runs at 24 frames per second, and caps out at 720p. Not to mention that the experiences also lack stability, with one demo featuring a racetrack changing mid-gameplay. There's just a general lack of persistence with the stuff that AI generates. Project Genie's AI model is just trying to constantly make predictions, and so you could like walk back and forth from one location to another, and you'll find that when you come back to a location, it'll have changed in some.
It kind of keep watching, this won't replay. It won't, but the way that he just described it all, I don't know if anyone else gets this vibes, but when it dealt with Ratchet and Clank and going from world to world, or actually time periods, sorry, different time periods. When it dealt with that game, it kind of gives me that vibe as such, because when you come back to a previous world, it'll have changed either slightly or dramatically. That's what it's telling me. And the fact that AI, it can't really do much else other than 1 minute or during mid-gameplay, as Yang Ye just said, that essentially it's going to change. That's not really going to work at all. Especially if you want to try and, in the probable case of if this was a future to where all Gen AI could create games, this is not going to be very good or even generally decent in the slightest. It is all going to crash.
Features. They're also not video games. There are no gameplay systems aside from just moving around and interacting with the 3D rendered world. So you can see right here some of the things that people have generated. There's like no audio. It's purely video. And yeah, I mean, again, the fact that this is at all possible is impressive, but you can see there's really nothing here. This is more of like this experimental toy that doesn't really work. And it's something that like is gonna.
This feels like, watching this now, it seems like it could be a much prettier version of VR chat. You can only interact with limited amount of things, and unless it gets heavily modded and stuff like that with actual human influence of like modders and stuff like that, this just looks like more of a advanced state of VR chat.
Be a nice novelty thing to play around with for a few hours, and then you move on, because these are not video games. There are no gameplay systems. There's no real gameplay here. There's no, like, there are no goals to pursue. There's nothing really to overcome. You just kind of walk around what Google Genie here generates, and all of it still looks very uncanny. Like, for example, right here you can see, if we maximize this video, that, like, yeah, Genie doesn't know how to properly produce a chef cutting vegetables. It's very robotic, very like dead. You know, all of it is very uncanny. It all looks.
I mean, the fact that he said dead just basically screams there's no life in it. There's no actual pure love and joy that went into making it. This was all purely generated by AI, so there's no need to go any further. Reminds me of Connect, huge promises, but no. Yeah, pretty much. It had huge promise, but no one just really wanted to commit to it. They'd rather just deal with more of the video game aspect than like interactive sort of deal.
Looks very artificial, you know, very simulated. And as we scroll further down, you'll find plenty of other examples of things that people came up with. Real-time GPS, fully functional with no game engine, you know, cells in the human body simulator. You can play as a rubber tire in some neighborhood, so on and so forth. Some of the stuff that people are coming up with is just really weird and bizarre, but basically where your imagination takes you, you can kind of generate and play around in this world for, again, like a minute, but with not much in the way of proper, genuine gameplay and quests and rewards and things to do and achieve. So the fact that investors are looking at Genie 3 and freaking out, saying, oh my God, I got to pull my stocks out of the video game companies because they're about to go defunct because Genie 3 is just going to take over, is just like, as Tom Warren here, investors know nothing about video games part 5,328. It's incredibly stupid to assume that Genie 3 can now like make GTA 6. Like nothing can make GTA 6 except for humans. It feels like they just looked at a couple headlines and a couple clips and went, oh shit, like this is it for the games industry. Now AI will take over game development, when we're nowhere close to even remotely achieving anything resembling that as of the present moment. Again, some people will find it like a fun thing to just mess around with. You can recreate blockbusters here and walk around and have that experience if you want, or you can go back to when Jesus was crucified on the cross or whatever. You can type that in and Genie will produce something in that regard.
How much you want to bet that at some point the people that with the cash that are able to actually do stuff like this, they're going to start posting random ass shit of just things being inaccurate, things being like out of this world, and just letting the inner demon thoughts just take over of just like, I don't know. Basically, well, let's use an example of like the furry macro world. Just make it to where like macros rule the world. You're actually a micro, regular furry in the actual environment, and you're looking up and just basically like, I see a macro. It's going to step on me. There's no way in hell this is going to work at all. And the investors that are pulling out of gaming and going into this, I really do hope that they lose billions of dollars at this point. I really do. Because this is like Youngye said, this is no way going to work at all. This is to me what cringe content is basically being. And I really hate using that stupid term, but this is the most appropriate I can think of about it.
But it's important to note that what Genie is doing isn't actually creation. It's making nothing really new. It's just taking information that is public, kind of shoving it all together, and then shitting it out. All that Genie ultimately generates is just an amalgam of other people's work, of stolen work. And it really is very brazen on that front, because people can literally make existing games that are just exact copies of, what other companies have made, and just have that experience in Genie. So for example, Min Choi here tweeted that, holy moly, Genie 3 just created this mock 3D game world from Breath of the Wild. Now, obviously, this is not literally the video game Breath of the Wild, nowhere close to it, but Genie 3 did take like all the public information and data and footage that's out there and compile it all together to spit out this slop right here.
Who wants to bet Nintendo's going to go after him and sue them for this? I would not be surprised.
Of basically just like Genie 3's version of Breath of the Wild, one with no gameplay systems, with a world that is completely empty, but that took references from the original work and just basically like recreated it through the AI slot machine. There's no originality here. This is the definition of copy and paste. As somebody quote tweeted here, AI does not create, it only steals and then shits out. And there's tons of examples of Genie 3 basically creating copyrighted work. So for example, right here, somebody created an instant Dragon Ball Z game from a prompt. Though again, to call this a game would be woefully misleading. It is an interactive world in the sense that you can walk around in a 3D space that was generated by your prompt, but a game involves more than that. It involves gameplay systems that none of Genie 3's creations ultimately have. It just...
Nintendo, I sense copyright infringement. Summon the ninja lawyers! Yeah, I can totally see that. And also watching with the whole Dragon Ball Z one. This is all just blatant rip-off, copy-paste, and done in a sloppier format. That's all this is doing. And it just looks lifeless and soulless to me. This is not something I would ever invest in, if I ever had the money. And this is just something that I really does I really do hope that all of the AI shit that's going on right now, I really hope it crashes and burns.
Doesn't have that capability, and that's a far more complex thing to tackle. Here's another one showing Genie's version of Mario Kart. Here we have Genie's version of Dark Souls. Here's somebody replying to this creation with, Genie simply stole some assets from Dark Souls 3, but you don't know that because you're na capra de merda ignorante, which is Portuguese for something along the lines of like ignorant piece of shit. Here's a games journalist who retweeted this video and just said, computer, make me a shitty Dark Souls. I can walk around in for 40 seconds. And that's the thing. This right here is just literally a copy of Dark Souls. Like, you can immediately tell the source material for this generation. It is straight up just story.
The amount of lawsuits that this is going to generate for everyone that's basically being involved with this, in essence, it is going to rip the entire fabric of AI, at least with Genie 3, to the point that I'm pretty sure they are no way going to be financially stable at any given point. Because if people are able to just do this in general, and the fact that you're not even asking for permission, it's just blatantly stealing it. It's not... This raises so many red flags. It's not even funny.
And work, hell, even the HUD and the menu and all these things, you know, what little there is of it, all of it is directly lifted from Dark Souls. There's no real creation happening here. It's just a regurgitation of what already exists, only made worse, and just like grinded through this sausage meat machine that turns everything into just minced garbage. Freaking Fortnite can be recreated using Genie 3 for you to walk around in for, again, like a minute and do absolutely nothing. Can be
My God, that amalgamation right here. What is this supposed to be? This looks like it's even supposed to be like a like an asset of a car, but I think it's maybe supposed to be a bench. This is fucking hilarious, yet so stupid. Like, what do investors see in this at all? I don't see anything potential for it.
Created using Genie 3 for you to walk around in for, again, like a minute and do absolutely nothing in. So on and so forth. Same with like Pokemon. And this particular prompt not only...
I like how Yongye only showed like a second or two of Pokemon before taking off. Like, I ain't dealing with their lawyers. Fuck that. GD3 could deal with that shit, not me. Oh my good lord.
Steals from Nintendo, but also from other artists, as noted here by a community note. Part of this video was made with the help of referencing 3D fan art by George K, self-evident when comparing the two. Users should be able to know what the source of references is if they so desire. So again, it's an amalgam of work stolen from multiple sources, just kind of all shoved together, and then output in this experience that is just the most bare bones thing you can imagine. When you hear about all of the ways in which AI is negatively impacting society, harming the environment, helping spread misinformation and deepfakes, the way it's consuming so much power and water, the way it's consuming all the resources that consumers used to be able to enjoy affordably, like, you know, anything involving DRAM, because all of that's been hoarded up by AI companies. When you think about all of that, the fact that the end result is ultimately this kind of crap is just really depressing to think about. The fact that...
Depressing? Nah. This shit is suicidal talk, honestly. Like, I'm sorry. There should be no way in hell that this should ever be a thing to begin with. And the fact that we're in this weird-ass timeline that we've gotten ourselves into, and we have to be the ones to deal with it all, while all of the higher-up corporates basically invest on whatever they think is actually decent. This is so stupid.
All of that negative impact is being justified for stuff like this that ultimately does nothing. And the list of examples just goes on and on. Here's somebody else here on YouTube who basically managed to recreate LA Noir, but in a different city. We even have entire articles from news outlets like The Verge talking about their experience with Project Genie 3 and how they were able to basically just take...
Oh my god! That's clearly a new Mario game! Quick, get the leakers out! What is with those stupid mushrooms? Oh my god, that's something I would see from Pikmin! And not even the good kind!
Nintendo properties and recreate them through this interactive world AI system. Again, just very blatant. Now, through this article...
It's from Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory! Plastic ass piece of ass!
It is mentioned that while once upon a time you could easily
the candy mushrooms
make me something similar to Mario 64 and it would create that for you. Apparently, shortly before publishing this article, Project Genie stopped letting me generate worlds based on Super Mario 64 due to, quote, interests of third-party content providers. So it looks like Google is aware of the legal trouble that they can get in with all the copyright.
So even the stupid AI is aware that people are doing this shit, and yet even though they're still issuing out warnings, the fucking AI is still like, oh, let's just go ahead and generate this. Even the AI is more fucking self-aware than the goddamn investors. This shit is asinine.
Infringement going on with Genie 3, but that issue hasn't been entirely resolved because, for example, with Project Genie, there are ways to circumvent not being able to directly type, make me this specific thing that is copyrighted. So, for example, the version notes right here that Project Genie wouldn't generate.
I wasn't able to make everything I wanted. It wouldn't generate a world that I prompted with the scenario of Kingdom Hearts. Here was my prompt if you're curious. It's a world filled with Disney characters with a steampunk vibe. Donald and Goofy are your sidekicks. Jack Skellington is present, as is Cloud Strife. Character. You are a spunky anime teenager with spiky brown hair wielding a blade that is like a key. When I removed the specific names of characters and wrote descriptions of them instead, Project Genie generated a thumbnail preview of the world featuring characters that were dead ringers for Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Jack Skellington and Cloud. But when I tried to generate the actual experience, Genie blocked me. The fact that Google is charging money for this service, there's probably multiple lawsuits coming. Holy shit.
A world that I prompted with a scenario of Kingdom Hearts. But the second that this individual was a lot more vague about it and described something close to Kingdom Hearts in the prompt, the AI output was just literally Kingdom Hearts as this. When I removed the specific names of characters and wrote descriptions of them.
Okay. Except for the steampunky vibe it gives down here, with all the clocks and stuff like that, I could see it being like the base town of what you start out with, or the main hub, by technicality standards. But holy shit, all you have to do is circumvent it. It's just to go vague with what you want, but at the same time, give the description and it'll still generate it. Oh my lord. There are so many lawsuits coming out of this. It's not... I'm looking at the mountain and it's still going.
Instead, Project Genie generated a thumbnail preview of the world featuring characters that were dead ringers for Sora, Donald, Goofy, Jack Skellington, and Cloud. But when I tried to generate the actual experience, Project Genie blocked me. And The Verge also highlights that as impressive as it is that Genie 3 is possible at all with current technology, like thinking about how much technology must have advanced for us to be at this stage where we can like literally type some prompts and it just generates like a really bland but still interactive world. Despite all of this, it doesn't change the fact that these are not video games. The worlds don't have scores or anything to strive for, so there's nothing to do but walk or jump around. Even if there were specific things to do, the input lag made the worlds basically unplayable.
Yeah, no, to me, in all honesty, this is just a form of VR chat. This is not a game. This is more of an interactive world, and that's all you're going to get. Very limited, and it's mostly going to be used for people that want to, like, just sit back, enjoy, just, like, marvel at what they, quote-unquote, created, and essentially just revel in the fact that it was possible, when in reality, this is slop, this is pure garbage, and honestly, this should not exist at all.
And that's on top of the fact that the resolution was limited to 720p, the frame rate was limited to 24 frames per second, and all of this happens in the cloud. So if you have internet issues, then yeah, you're gonna have trouble experiencing these worlds.
Oh, and you also need the greatest internet in history, apparently, I guess, in order to make it work properly. Better fork out another $100 in cash.
In a responsive manner. This is what got investors all riled up and made them think that they need to pull out of video game companies because they're about to become obsolete. That's why stocks crashed, because that was the mentality when they saw just a couple clips of Genie 3 and got the completely wrong idea about what it can do, what its capabilities are, and just how far away such technology is from fully being able to create full-ass video games.
These investors, yeah, I agree. They're going to get quite the ass chewing of a lifetime. This shit is not going to work at all. And the fact that investors think it will, those stocks are going to plummet. Video gamers, for the most part, are not dumb. We view this basically as source material for potential memes and just ways to actually mock the idiots that think this shit is good.
Response from social media has been to ultimately denounce what's going on here with Genie 3, especially with how easy it is to create copyrighted material, to recreate rather and reproduce copyrighted material. And so people are posting things that will encourage source material companies to look at Genie 3 and maybe take legal action. Here's somebody both jokingly but also kind of seriously posting, "Hello, Nintendo of America. I had no idea you could use your intellectual properties like Zelda to train trash AIs like this one. This video made me lose."
Even if you were as detailed as you can with describing to the AI what you want, it can't create. You can only look up. Yeah, no, it's basically copy paste. That's all it is. It's copy pasting. It's slapping on a shitty style coded paint and calling it whatever it wants to be called. And the fact that game investors think that this is going to be the new age, I don't think so.
Interest in Zelda Saga, like many other fans, you should take action against this AI tool. I've seen a bunch of posts from people on social media basically like tagging companies and saying, "Wow, I just saw this clip from your game and I didn't realize that your games could look this garbage. I will no longer be buying games," just to instigate companies taking action against the technology.
I'd do that entirely.
And reproduce works in a way that it could be confused for the original work. The reason game companies issue DMCAs to things that resemble their game or that utilize their IP in ways that don't align with their ideals is because they don't want that external stuff to do harm to the brand image of their IPs. But
which, at least I will say above anything, they should not have done the DMCA for the whole Pokemon Uranium. I literally wanted to try that, but as soon as I finally got a capable computer to do so, the DMCA had already happened for Pokemon Uranium, and I was just like, I was SOL at that point. I was sad.
AI is doing just that by presenting slop that resembles the original work, but isn't really the original work. It's just the worst version of it. And so the idea is to get companies riled up about the way their property is being used to produce slop that showcases an inferior version of their product that, you know, the public could confuse as the real thing. Some people have gone as far as creating fake videos of Genie 3 and present them as something that Genie 3 output. But you can see right here, the quality, the frame rate, and the resolution far too high for it to be a legit Genie 3 video. In fact, there's a community note here saying this video was not made with Genie 3, but with MAGO, and is likely not playable either, though that's not confirmed. I don't believe it is playable. Video was altered to try to connect it to Genie 3 to give it relevance after today's announcement from Google. So yeah, this is how easy it is to use AI to spread misinformation. And the fact that there are no regulations in place, the fact that companies don't care about this stuff and are allowing people to spread misinformation in this way highlights how little they care about beneficially using the technology. And this blog post from Google presenting Project Genie, there's one line here that I scoff at, one sentence that reads, "Our mission is to build AI responsibly to benefit humanity." That's...
Say the word, everybody. What's the word? Bullshit!
It's hilarious given that Google's Genie 3 is environmentally harmful, very resource intensive, and it also continuously like creates slop that is just basically stolen work. that could very easily be seen as like copyright infringement. And the thing is, for a while, people believe that Genie 3 did create this particular like interactive experience, quote unquote, this fake interactive experience. And that's probably a big reason for why Genie 3 was perceived as more capable by some who were misinformed by this online activity than it really is. We're looking at AI being used to spread misinformation about the capabilities of other AI technologies, creating this false sense of like, oh my God, the video games industry is doomed. This is the level at which we're at with Genie 3, where it can create interactive experiences like this, when that is far from the truth. That is so much of how AI technology is being used and exploited, because companies are creating this technology without thinking about the consequences, without putting the proper guardrails in place. The fact that Genie 3 hasn't put guardrails for copyrighted material, the fact that you can just recreate Breath of the Wild or Kingdom Hearts or Metroid Prime or whatever it is you type in there, the fact that there are no security measures for that highlights the level of disregard for the fact that this is very much just creating a product out of work that you stole from other people who did not give you permission to train your AI with their work. Others are taking to social media to have a little fun and create mock versions of those messages saying, wow, look at what Genie 3 created. So this individual said, wow, look at what I made. The prompt: French woman has to climb through a world that defies logic, flying objects everywhere. And it's just literally gameplay footage from Expedition 33. Here's another one for Starfield. Somebody saying, wow, I typed the prompt: make me a quadruple A Bethesda-style space RPG about
Quadruple A?
focus entirely on rock textures, ignore actual gameplay content, while showing just gameplay from Starfield. Basically, as a way to either like mock AI or mock some of the games through these kinds of...
I think it's mocking both, honestly, when they do that. I mean, some is just mocking the AI itself, because let's be real, Expedition 33 is actually a good game. Still need to play that at some point. Wonder if I should try a different PNG for that too. I could give that a thought, but for the most part, it's just mocking the effing Genie 3, and I'm all for it.
One more thing, I'm speechless. The prompt: make a game that is better than GTA 6, made by Leslie Benzies. And this is just Mind's Eye, one of the worst games.
Really, from Mind's Eye? You gotta go that far with it. Oh, God.
That was ever released. Nick Tech here jokingly saying GTA 6 is cooked. This is the future of gaming. Yeah, mostly highlighting that what AI can produce right now is just so below par in terms of quality compared to handcrafted content that is given that level of love, care, and that level of humanity that makes our art. It all just highlights how far away AI is from, from an artistic standpoint, especially being able to replace humans. AI as a technology and as a tool, it does have a lot of powerful elements that does pave the road to efficiencies in certain areas. But, automating art is like the last thing people want. It's one thing to automate like technical processes that genuinely makes the lives of people easier, but just killing art through slop that is all just homogenized because it all draws from the same stolen works. Like, that's just sad to think about, and it's a future that just about nobody who enjoys the mediums that they enjoy want, including, of course, video games. And for those who are still worried about Genie 3 and its potential to just be able to make games by typing prompts and it removing the handcraftedness of video games, here's somebody who is like a software engineer, has written over 250,000 lines of game engine code, and talked about why Genie 3 isn't what people think it is. Basically describing Genie 3 as a technology that can create interactive worlds through which there might be able to be interactive storytelling once they're able to add sound generation, longer context, more control, and whatnot. But when it comes to video games in particular, due to all of the additional things involved with a video game, mechanical mastery, nostalgia, progression systems, so on and so forth, like, those are the things that Genie 3 is completely clueless about and can't create. Interactive worlds allow you to walk around in them and interact with a couple things here and there, but there's no gamification of anything. You can experience things by walking around, but you can't really be an active participant in what's happening due to the lack of all of those elements that make video games video games. With multiplayer games, it is highlighted right here that multiplayer needs every client to agree on physics every frame.
Didn't think that would go that way.
Frame perfect consistency across thousands of attempts. Competitive play needs rules that don't drift. You can't have ranked when reality is probabilistic. That's the thing with Genie 3. It's constantly probabilistic. There's nothing that is truly set in stone. Again, you could go to one place and come back to your original location, and that location might be a little different from how you remember it. The behaviors of the world are not consistent because AI is constantly predicting and constantly generating. It's constantly like procedural. That does not pave the road to an environment where proper video games with established mechanics and established elements that make video games can be hosted. So this individual believes that world models are competitive with passive media rather than active media like video games. Long term, they'll probably eat the renderer, generating pixels instead of rasterizing triangles, but game logic systems and author constraints, that's a different problem entirely, and one perfectly suited to cogen agents. Here's another individual who gave their take. This is Sebastian, who formerly worked.
All right, so above anything, Yongye has made his point above anything. We'll get through this image real quick above anything ourselves, and then I think we'll probably cut it from here, but I've pretty much gotten the gist of everything. Hopefully you all as well. Game dev investors don't seem to understand tech. Genie 3 has a less than 3 minute of persistence, then it forgets what happens. Environment could be completely different when you return. Games requires persistence. This is a few minute hallucination. Doesn't support interacting with anything, NPCs or enemies. Did everyone sell their stock when unlimited detail videos arrived? Was supposed to change gaming too. Games need to be interactive. Static world generation looks nice, but is not a game. Physics interaction seems similar to screen space particles. Erratic and not precise. Makes sense since the tech is basically a video generator. I don't think it can handle collisions of objects that are not currently visible. It must be expensive to run since you need the, at least, if it's not on sale, it is about $250 a month model and are limited to 60-second playtime, and it rate throttles you. Most likely runs on a 30K plus NVIDIA B200 or similar. And rendering is 720p, 24 Hz, with extreme hardware requirements, 50x less pixels than 4K, 144 Hz. This is super nice tech for virtual experiences. Unlimited detail was eventually used for that purpose too, but I don't see a clear path for this kind of tech becoming a game dev tool anytime soon. I would buy the dip. So essentially, in my, I guess from what Decus has said, and also from my general knowledge of everything that has been up to date so far, this is not gameplay. This will never be gameplay, and this is not the new age of gaming. Point blank and simple. This is just world creation and just world generation. And it's not even creation. It's just a copy-paste format because it steals and takes away what's already online on the internet from all of its information and just slaps it into a quote-unquote world to where you can have limited free range and essentially be able to do quote-unquote what you want, but in reality, you are limited to whatever you can do in sense that you can jump, you can move around, and that's basically it. It is not the wave of the future. This is AI revolution This AI revolution is just a scam, and when the AI market crashes, these AI CEOs are going to be running with their investors' money. Yeah, basically. I would not be surprised. They're probably going to go into the bunkers at that point just to get away with all their money that they have scammed out of many, many investors. But in reference, yes, that is Yang Ye. And if you want anything news-related sort of deal, he really does fantastic work. I've even been watching him for a while. And whenever he comes up with something interesting that I like, he's normally the guy that I go to sometimes whenever I want any information on the subject matter. So give him a subscribe above anything. Support him. I really do enjoy his work. The other thing that at the very least I wanted to go over is that apparently the Switch has beaten the DS and has become the best-selling console of all time, apparently. And thankfully, at the very least, the Switch 2 is nowhere on this list, as it has not even beaten the GameCube yet. And according to this article that I actually skimmed through above anything, Nintendo Switch 2 is around 17 million units sold. Whereas the top 10, you now have the Switch for 155.37 million, the DS for 154.02 million. As far as I heard, 17 million worldwide, not a good number for a new console. No, it's not. It's not supposed to be. Like, by this point, they should have reached around already, at least within expected rates, possibly around 50 million. But because it's not really that impressive of a tech to begin with, and it has very limited exclusivity for its games, when they also make it available for the actual Switch, it's not worth the price. Still. Maybe later on down the road, when they actually make more and more exclusive games for the Switch 2, maybe then it'll actually reach its pricing. But for the time being, it's just not worth it. I know some people actually like it, and good for them. I'm not going to harp on you about it, but my stance has always remained the same. I do not think that this should have existed. They should have still stuck with the Switch 1, and at the very least, gone with the Switch Pro, even though they kind of already did when it was the OLED version, and actually worked off of it, instead of doing this bloated piece of technology and just essentially made it to where if you want to play some of the games, you have to have the additional hardware. It's so stupid. So Game Boy and Game Boy Color both have reached around 118.69 million. The Wii has reached 101.63 million. Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 3DS, NES, and so on, with GameCube topping at the bottom for ranked 10. Not to mention Brazil is still suing them for breaking yeah, they're still going through that whole ordeal. I don't even know how far they're even into it so far with that lawsuit. I doubt much progress has been made leeway over it, because when you buy a piece of technology, you're basically saying that you're owning it. Yet Nintendo still thinks that basically you are just borrowing it, and they have full authority to basically take it away from you. So it's downright idiotic in that matter, honestly. Okay. So, at the very least, that's at least the piece of news I found above anything. The whole thing with the AI and the generation and all that stuff, that was a little bit of a side thing at the very least, but honestly, when push comes to shove, this bubble just needs to goddamn pop already. Ooh. Okay. I'm actually kind of impressed that I was able to fill out an hour slot for that, at least. I figured I'd come back to the synthwave style. Alrighty, so we'll put that on hold. Come on, game. I've got the processing power, I swear. It just likes to take its time. Oh, there we go. Okay, and here we go back into the world of the Lonesome Guild. And it's never lonesome with all of you with me. Okay. Alrighty, so last we left off, basically, our lovely crow, as I'm going to call it, even though he's white, is basically now the new evil guy, simply because he's been swallowing up more and more of the loneliness. And he was the cause of the failed ascension. Whee! I'm a ghost. Ooh. Taking on the weight of a tier survival and revival? A great task. Yes, yes. There we go. And we gotta go north of Talio Town. Okay. Oh, right, and I also gotta find the ghosts. That's right. Okay, so I think above anything, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick rerun through of each area. We're gonna try and see what I can get out of all this. Oh yeah, the artistry, I really love. I love this game. I honestly think people really need to give this game a try. Arcolarium, Lower Crinklewood. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's actually go through a little bit. We'll retrace our steps with all that I can do. And we'll see if I can't find anything extra out of all this. Oh, so the fights can still happen, too. Okay. Okay, so the fights can still happen here, so that's fine. At least it'll be interactive a little bit, at least. And I'm just not, like, coming here to look up stuff and then leaving, basically. Alright, in the new area, we're actually supposed to dive into, finally, some of Mr. Fox's ordeal. That's true. Whee! Okay. Hey, boys. How's your life insurance? There we go. This reminds me, I found a cute furry webcomic today called Boo Your Mind about a Fox record store employee falls in love with a rabbit ghost. Very I think I like you vibes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so there's not really worth much going into. Oh, that's right. And there's also the possibility that I'll find quests that I forgot to turn in, or at the very least find new ones for side quests. So, yeah, it'll work. There we go. Oh, yay. Alrighty, so I myself am going to keep doing this because since I'm just backtracking for the time being, words. For the time being, I am just doing a backtrack of stuff, which means I am probably not going to go into anything story related, at least for now, until I basically just kind of tell myself I'm probably going to go into. But the reason I'm saying this is simply because we got 3 minutes of ads about to pop up, so we may as well go ahead and get that taken care of. So above anything, 3 minutes, everybody. Get any drinks or snacks that you need to, and we'll be right back after these messages. Please stay tuned. And for the rest of my subscribers, at least, you'll be able to at least keep watching me do what I do. What does this say? No trespassing unless you want to go in and never come out. No, that's a threat, not an invitation. I want to be invited. Trumel Porta. It is a place where the trummelings are. Very interesting coming back here and actually just looking around at the place. Still the same as it was. Huh. I wonder how. Could it be because it's not Gen AI created? No. Yeah, let me see any form of Gen AI be able to create something like this. And actually create, not actually copy paste off. Whee! Now, can I do the world map from here as well? I should be able to. Yes. Cool. Let's go to the town itself. Why not? Okay. Let me see here. Quests. Oh. There's one Trummelporta I need to do. There's two in Trummelporta. Oh, good. Talk to the 3 clue Trummelings to solve the riddle. Oh, I never did those. Okay. I guess above anything, let's just do that, since I'm supposed to get something decent out of it. I was actually just at it, too. Dang it! Whee!
The body is round.
The body is indeed round. Hey, Scrappy, why don't you let me go? From your goons, that Arcolarium is safe. Protocol, protect the dad formerly known as Jerk Dad is in effect. You are to remain here for your own safety. Stop calling me a jerk! Cancel the protocol, Trommel Master, and tell me what happened. Boss, the town is safe, thanks to you. The surviving invaders have fled, and the exiles have returned to the Crinklewood. What? Why did they leave? Just like I thought. They just showed up because they like a fight. They don't really care about our people. But we might still need them in the future. Our people need to stay united. And who do you think is going to convince that Tor lunatic? He gave up the throne ages ago, long before you were born. Nobody in Arcolarium would respect him as a king. Maybe not as king, but he could join the council, along with you. Would that work? Every time I see a pink mustache, it all reminds me of Markiplier. That's true. Maybe, if we can convince the whole council. But who's going to make that knotted bunch of needles see reason? I'll go to Tor myself and talk some sense into him. I know I can. I highly doubt Tor is convincible, but I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you can make it work. You've done harder stuff, after all. Fine. I trust you, son. Let's do this for the sake of Arcolarium. I'll see you in the Chamber of Commerce when you succeed. This is a mess. How am I going to make Tor and the Exiles realize they're better off in Arcolarium? You were Tor's apprentice, weren't you? I bet few people know him better than you do, and I'm sure he respects your opinion and skills. You're right, Toast. I owe it to everyone in Arcolarium to give it my best shot, even my jerk dad. Knowing you got my back makes this less scary. Okay, let's hurry through the Upper Crinklewood into the exile camp. I've got some things I want to say to my old master. That works. Alright, let's see if I can be able to get over there with the world map. Yes, I can. And here we go. 'Tis a pink moustache. You ever wonder if hair like that on us furries is actually just as fluffy or maybe fluffier? Like having a facial appearance of like the fur and stuff like that. Hello, I'm Markiplier. I am not, nor will I ever reach that height. I can dream one day, though. Okay, so... in the exile camp and upper... okay, so I have to go to the upper, so... I assume up here. Yes. Okay, cool. Something that always confused me about furries. Is the fur sometimes fur? Or is it skin that is the color of fur? I would say for the most part it is fur. But I'm talking more on like... say with these with their hairdo style. That's essentially hair. But then you got others that have like thicker brand of fur or hair that's like along the legs or arms. That's supposed to symbolize like basically how humans with thick hair actually have it. Like no amount of fur dye can make a tattoo like some of them have. Like a Clydesdale. Yeah, essentially. I don't get it. You and the exiles risked your lives to save Arcolarium, but the town still needs you. Why'd you just leave? I am still the leader of the exiles, and I must do what is best for us. In good conscience, I cannot agree to join a place where I and they will have no say in their futures. That is why we left to begin with. Well, what if you were on the council too? Same voting power as the others, and they respected your skills, gave you and your people a voice. Ron, I don't doubt your sincerity, but I'm not sure your determination is strong enough to bend the council's will, or mine. The council's gonna be behind this. My dad agreed, and there's no way Chantilly would argue against her brother coming home. It's just down to you. You would ask me to risk my future, and my people's future, at your word alone. Words are a fine thing to use, but actions are what define us. Then I challenge you. I'll put my life on the line for our people to show you how much I believe in this, and prove I'll make it happen. I see you are determined not to leave without an answer. Either my approval or your defeat. Very well then, I accept your challenge. We are honorable warriors, and your convictions run deep. Your spirit friend may act as your ally here, but no one else. Ooh, one-on-one combat. Okay. I am Torben van Donal von Button. Just add like a 3 or 4 in there, and it's like a descendant. Descendant of King Gal... What did I say? Heir to the Curly Quill throne, and I will not take it easy on you. I'm Ran Tran Trum, but my name ain't important. I'm here to protect the fork... I'm here to protect the fork. The almighty fork! I am here to protect the folk of Arcolarium and my friends. So you better heckin' bring it on. All hail the mighty fork. Okay, so this is a 1v1 now. Woo! Ow! You hurt me. Ow. Ow. No. Nope. 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 There we go. Ooh, no. Nope. Oh, Lord. No! Where'd you go? No! Ooh. What are you doing? No! Get back here! Oh, come on! No! Ooh. You spin me right round. Nope. 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 Hiya! No! Ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, come on! You're doing it in succession. Oh! Ow! Out there! No! Get back here! No! He's jumping! Yeah! Get over here! Ow! No! 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 Nope. Oh, come on! Nope! No! No! Ooh. Come on! I got you! Nope! Of course. Of course. No! Ooh. No! Oh, come here. Hiya! Heyo! Cease. It is clear that you are the victor in this match. The exiles and I shall return to Arcolarium. Don't walk in with your quills all drooped in defeat. Go in and demand a seat at the table to represent your people. And if Arcolarium ever gets in trouble again, they're not just gonna need people who can fight, but also who can teach others too. Besides, the council's supposed to guide Arcolarium, so if they got the best intentions of folks, they gotta do right by all of them, just like you do. I do believe you, Rantrantrom. Yours is a remarkable spirit, strength in combat, grace in victory, and wisdom in the aftermath. Thanks. I had good teachers. Don't sell yourself short. I have a feeling your own service for Arcolarium may become much more than it has been. Farewell for now. That was heckin' stressful. We should head to the Chamber of Commerce soon and check in on folks. Maybe after I get some water, though. And a snack. Doo-doo-doo. World map. Town entrance. Oh, I'm sure you'll get there one day, Decus. Don't sell yourself short. You already do great with your artwork that I personally love. Big belly hugs. Oh, right, this way. Yay! The place is back in order. Thank goodness. Hey, Ashton. Hopefully you're doing well. Whee! Okay, so if memory serves me, I gotta check in with the council, meaning... Where's the council at again? Wait, isn't it over here? Was a Mel of a Hess earlier, but thankfully don't need to make a lot. Okay, that's good at least. Hey, I found it. Torben Bond Button, first protector of Arcolarium. I heckin' told you the council would see sense. I'd never miss a chance to have my big brother pitch in and help with the town. Of course, it is an honor and a responsibility. I and the former exiles will teach all we know and will live united with our brethren at last. I never thought we'd all be living together in peace. And that's not the only thing I didn't expect. You heckin' did it, son. Actually got that Tor fellow to see sense. I'm glad you did. With things turning out so well, I'm proud of you, my boy. Thanks, Dad. That's real good to hear. I'm gonna keep doing my best. Always. I promise. I wish for you to have this, an heirloom meant for the strongest of our people. I can think of no one more deserving. Whoa, thanks, Tor. We gotta get going, but thank you. I promise I'll do these proud, and our people too. I know you will, Ron, because you already have. Farewell and good luck. Thanks for the help, Toast. Now that Tor Vidau's in the council, Arcolarium's safe. No need to thank me, Ron. You fought like a true protector of Arcolarium. This victory is yours. I'm really lucky to have you as a friend, but we've got a quest to finish. Let's go. Arcolarium's Guardian Bracers. Okay. Well, don't need to do... Okay, so I still need to find the 3 special lemons that I never did. Inventory. Raises health by 5%. If Rantran holds it, completing a base attack combo restores health and raises strength. Ooh. Well, that is immediately going to Rantran anyway. There we go. What in the world? That was so weird. Let me see this real quick again. That negative. I lost 25,209 health. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a little bit of a glitch. It is going by percentages, though, so. There we go. Give that to its rightful holder of Rantran. So we need to find the special lemons. Let's see here. So what does it say about this? Lemoncraft asks you to bring 3 special lemons scattered around Arcolarium. His grand plans to grow his own lemon orchard. So it's just around Arcolarium. Okay, so it's got to be somewhere around here. Guess I'm going to have to bump into everything and see what happens. Yeah, see, even Ashton agrees. Huh. Thank you for the stretchies and the hydrate. Ugh. I won't pause it then. It'll not give any music. Ugh. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, let me think. Well, wait, there's always something in the top right. And by that, I mean over here. Oh, right. It's this part. Okay, okay. There we go. Now. Push it. Eh. Eh. Yeah, I never did this. I always thought I needed more than 3. There we go. Okay, so... Okay. Wait. There we go. Okay, so I know I've never been over here, which means that hopefully that third lemon is over here, honestly. Hey, there we go. There's that freaking special lemon. I may as well see what's over here real quick. A gate circlet. Ooh. Equipment. Be glad to be done today and tomorrow. Thank you, Ashton. Hopefully it goes well at the very least and it's not too troublesome. Nah. Okay, so first I need you. Aha! My precious babies! Soon I will take your seeds and plant them, and you will flourish. No scheme of any hater will stop my rise to the top. What? Oh, right. You. Something special. Yeah, whatever. Here you go. Now let me work! Jeez. Okay, cool. Handcrafted trinket as well. Nice. Let's return... When it turns your dead followers into fertilizer. No, you can still resurrect them. Hello? Oh! Wait, isn't that... That's one of the lost ghosts. The quilt, my vision, where has it gone? United, bright, harmonious, woven so strong. For one thread may break where many stand firm against all odds. It's still here and holding fast, but I know a place with a wonderful unity that could use your voice added to it, if you're interested. A unity. Bound without breaking, but free for new voices? Yes, I would go there, and gladly. Lovely, I found a ghost. Tell me about this scrap architecture of yours, son. About this graffiti of my image. Do my hair look so pompous? Okay, so with that being done... There was something down here that had a quest marker, though. Or was I mistaken? Okay, so nothing over there. I think I might have been just mistaken then. I think that was the actual one. Okay, that's fine then. Okay. Okay, I gotta go to the beginning of the area. Okay. Uh-oh. Ew. Get back up here. I dropped it. I got it. Aha, there we go. No! Dang it! Yeah. There we go. Aha! I fixed. Okay, so... Well, it still deals with with Arcolarium. Retrieve the old legal documents from a chest and lower... Okay. Let's actually do this. Whee! Okay. Don't know why I didn't want to acknowledge it to begin with, but okay. I guess just as a notation above anything, whenever you do something in the game, if it says something like it won't allow you to resurrect them, it'll actually give you a small indication of wording. I believe it's yellow text above anything. And it'll actually let you know that the actual follower will be permadead. So, unless it shows up with that text, you are good to do what you need to do. Like, it'll give you a warning at the very least, as long as you read the description. Okay, so... There's supposed to be legal documents here. Uh... Okay, so I got that one. And I gotta deal with you guys. Okay. There we go. And okay, I did already go through this. So da-da-da. Eh. Okay, here we go. Of course. Oh, goodness. I love your technique, girl. No, there's a chest there. Down here, then. Oh, joy. You guys again. There we go. Aha! No, you don't need their body. I composted all the bodies that happened to passed away, and I was able to resurrect them just fine. Yay! The legal documents that I need. Okay, let me see here. Retrieve the family treasure from Galliant Castle. Investigate the Felican sighting. And talk to the three... Okay. So we need Galliant Castle then. I think I'm going the right way. Yes, there's the rest spot. Hurrah! Okay, so we need Galliant Castle. Wait. Hang on. No, I don't want to do that. I believe I need this one. Yes. So we just need to go up here. Maybe? I don't know. Something tells me I need to look. Oh! Hey! Hey! Don't walk away so fast. Have I got a deal for you? That tree! Right there. All yours for only... well, what do you got, huh? Nah, I know where the biggest tree is and all of it's here. Wanna see? What? Biggest? Imagine the deal I could make on that. You're on! Just tell me where. That you trying to sell a tree as a ghost. I don't know how to feel about that. Now tell me. This is the kind of artistic backstyle I love. And out of all the crud that we saw earlier in the stream today, this outweighs all that crud, in my opinion. But, this is my opinion. But my opinion is, I love this. Alright, where am I at right now? Okay. Okay. We... There we go. Da, 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 da. Oh. Whoa. I can't believe they were actually telling the truth. Where's your army or something? Rain Mother be praised. I thought I would perish in there. I am no warrior, simply a scholar seeking to study these ruins. I truly mean no harm, but I cannot leave without knowing more of these murals. May I ask of you a favor, spirit? If you would read the plaques by each of those murals and speak to me of what they say, it would be a great gift. With that, I could leave happily. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Ruddy gloves. Okay. Flames rage as Elistan Bon Button battles a Felicant scout. With sword in hand, he overcomes fire and foe, standing victorious against all odds. Resolute Acril von Trum compels a Velicant noble to kneel. The fallen crown proclaims the invader's power is crumbling. With needle sword in hand, Rion Mohair towers over the fallen Felicans general, their forces crushed. Victory through unity and courage secured the castle's eternal glory. In a moment of triumph, Lurex Costumel rises above the fallen giant, the once mighty Felicans defeated by his unmatched strength. Rain Mother's tears, seeing what the Curlyquill victors left behind, stirs something deeper than our fading memories. Our histories were sung in our old tongue, now silenced. What I recall is that the Curlyquill's fury struck not just at us, but at the very land that sustained us. Although my people's deeds were far from blameless, I can look at this castle and see grief and terror as well. What my people did here was not right either. War and hatred are a cruel wheel spirit. I cannot condemn the young Curlyquill who imprisoned me for being shaped by their fear. Thank you for sharing this. I have little to offer but my gratitude. May the winds guide you kindly, good spirit. Okay, so I gotta go back to Arcolarium for that. Gotta do the same for that. So the only thing I have in Galleon Castle left is to retrieve the family treasure. Okay, so I just gotta find that then. Doot doot doot. Okay. Oh, I saw that. There you are. I remember great walls of impeccably chiseled stone, the flash of blades in combat, the feasts that celebrated victory, and the stress. So many people to protect, to be always wary, never truly at rest. It's okay. I know a place where you can rest. It'll be all right, I promise. Oh my, okay. Okay. Doot doot doot. Okay, so I can't really go anywhere with that. And what about over here? Okay, cool. La da dee, la da da. Oh, okay. Yay! Oh goodness. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we go over here. Oh, what? Oh, it went down. Okay. Okay, so that's permanent. There we go. Okay, so let's get the others over here. There we go. And there we go. Cool. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Yay! I finally got that. Oh, hello. You guys weren't here before. Trying to tell me something, huh? There we go. And you're down. That's not too bad at the very least. Oh, we got a big boy. We had a big boy. Okay, so relationships. Lands a critical hit. She heals for 1% of her maximum health and charge 1%. Ah, interesting. Not really much able to do, so I guess we'll leave that alone for now. Wait, did I forget something? I never got that treasure. What? All right, this is what I needed. There we go. There we go. Yay! Alright, what have we got? Tourmaline trinket. Ew. Oh, right. Pretty much the history of it all. Okay. There we go. Chaska, I love your ability, girl. Over here. I did not do this. Dang it! Why am I finding stuff I've not done? Oh, I see. Whee! Yay! I did it! Hello? Rare pendant. It looks like some kind of necklace. It's really beautiful. Not a bad piece, this. You could get a good price for this from the right buyer. Last I was in Arcolarium, Taylor Mohair had a particularly love for jewelry. Let's take this to him when we get there. I found an extra quest. Give me the flower. Whee! And they say backtracking doesn't have any helpful things. Whee! Who says that? I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just a fox. Whee! I am Mr. Fox. I am just not Mr. Fantastic Fox. Well, y'all look like y'all are having fun. Hiya! Oh, that was easy. And quick. Okay, so what's down here? Oh, okay. It was the flower. Anything up here real quick? Yeah. Okay. Okay, goodness. Well, by technicality, that should deal with everything, at least for Arcolarium, so... Okay, so... Let's see what we can do. It's so strange. I opened the door with your key and there wasn't anything inside. Maybe you just imagined it? But I was sure that... oh well. Here, I was gonna give this to you anyway, but it's real anticlimactic now. Whatever. Oh! Another handcrafted trinket. Okay. Lovely. Okay, nothing in here. I think there was a quest in here. Yes. Oh, wonders! You really brought back Archibald. Snarl me. I never thought I'd ever see his cute heckin' face ever again. Thank you so much. This is for you. Surprise box and an aquamarine chain. Interesting. Okay, that's at least 2. Good sir, I was informed about a particular piece you might be interested in. Does this pendant strike your fancy? Oh, look at that. Nice gems on there. The works. I'll take it. Great doing business with you. Another handcrafted trinket. Okay. Alright, so I just need to find the last one for the 4th house, and then I can... Hello! You got those documents? Great. Let me give those the old once over, see if they're really what I'm hoping. Snarl me, they're legit. This changes everything. No more honorary members made to get tea and take notes and... Oh, sorry. I'm just real excited. Here's your reward. You heckin' earned it. Complex mechanism and flowering succulent plant. Okay. Nope, wrong button. Okay, so... Complex mechanism. Permanently raises critical chance. Nah, we're giving it to her. Gives RP to a specific character. And gives RP to any character. There we go. Oh, his relation went up too. Nice. I'm actually very curious. Mr. Fox, now friend. Goody. Phew. At last, some peace and quiet. Mahen definitely knows how to push Rand's buttons. You know, Mahen seems to get under everybody's skin at times except yours. Why is that? Someone close to me was that age once. Everything's new and bright and exciting and scary, and you want to be as loud as all of that. Underneath Mahen is just a kid who wants some fun. Seems to have a bottomless stomach, and will fall down asleep if you don't bully them to bed on time. Definitely gets me irked sometimes. I'm not invincible. But honestly, I think that's more normal than it might seem. You mean, because of the way he spent most of his life? Yeah, think about it. Kid's been cooped up in that tower, getting taught by monks, bossed around by bureaucrats looking for favors. Not that we're exactly the ideal group to spend time with and grow. I do think you're right, but I think since he's been with us, he's felt safer, happier even. You know what? You've got a point. no one grows up in some perfect fairy tale, but having a bunch of misfits watching your back, that's already more than most get. And I gotta say, kind of proud that we're the bunch of misfits in question. Until later, Wisp. Oh, I like this. That's so wonderful. Okay, so I just want to check one thing above anything. Yeah, see, background like this. It's so beautiful. Especially if you take a look at the trees on the left, how they're actually flowing with the wind. It's so beautiful. Look over there, Arcolarium visible at last. I don't know where I'm going, to be fair. There we go. Town. Okay. This was the hole led astray. I think, yes. Anything here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Doot 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 doot. Nah. Oh. You have seen many battles. Are you alright? Any wounds I can tend to. No one should have to suffer, no matter what side they fight for. Thank you, we're alright, and I agree with you. And actually, I know just a place where you belong. Let me tell you about it. Belonging. Yes. A place of equality? Where I can help. I'll go there. Yay! I'm fine with that. Okay. Well, alrighty then. There we go. Okay, cool. Alrighty, I think that's all what I'm gonna go for with this place. Hooray! Okay. We. Okay, so world map. So the last thing I need. So the last thing I need for the quests above anything with this area in general is with Tremel Porta. Oh. Was that the last one? Oh, good lord. Tremeling Questioner. Okay. Lovely. I think I've got the object. A hammer. It's a noun and a verb. Can pound things into stuff and pull them out. And when you have a hammer, everything's said to look like a nail. Excellent. We would have also accepted money, although that's less of a verb. Anyhow, hammer is much cooler. You win. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh. These robots, so wonderful. Their forms inspire me to remember. I was a sculptor, I think. But these give me hope. I think I know about a place that could use your hope and inspiration, if you're interested. Me? My hope? Inspiration? How exciting! Capital idea! I shall put function to this form of mine and travel there at once. Cool. Okay. Oh, I think I might have went through all of the ads on that one. Oops. I got so invested. I'm exploring. Okay. Isn't there a rest spot around here, I think? Yes, there is. Cool. Okay, so I've got that. So quests. Yeah, there's a bit from the Nunavut. Okay. Alright, let's go to the Bazaar Belt. Let's look over this area then. Okay. Alright, so what do I need to find? All right, the night jasmine tea. Hmm. Ooh. Okay. Here, I believe this is what you were looking for. Night jasmine tea? Yes, by the salt, what a goodly amount. You have brought the sun into mine and my beloved's life. We will both breathe easier. Thank you. Well, hallelujah. Welcome, friends. The Bazaar Arena is the premier spot for skilled combat across all of Nunavut, perhaps the best in all of tier. Yours is a most interesting group. Yes, indeed. I think such a party would go far in the arena. Are you interested? There are prizes. If there are prizes, I suppose you can count us in. Ha! Go down. There we go. No! Not that move. Ow! Nope. There we go. A splendid showing, my friends. Truly splendid. Did you hear that, crowd? Newcomers are always welcome, but that was true excitement. Surely you cannot let things stop here. That was simply the novice's challenge. There are more to come. Ah, you return. I knew you knew not to stay away. Battle calls, and in this case, the experts challenge. Hurry along, make me some win. Okay. Wow, even Trummelings are here. What? Oh, good lord, they actually blow up. Ow! No! Yep, you're back up. There we go. Yeah, seriously. Another tremendous battle. I can still hear the coin changing the roars of the crowd. Truly spectacular. But your efforts are not yet done. One final match awaits you before you can claim the champion's prize. I hope you will return to claim him. Okay. Back you are once again, and there is but one challenge left. The champion's challenge. It's all ready for you to risk. Prepare for glory, greatness, and gold. Or just think about those first two. Fire! Nope. Yay! Got it. I think out of all three of them, the first one was probably the most challenging. Amazing! You've made me quite rich, happy. Quite happy indeed. And here's your prize, a most rare and wonderful thing. You'll won a title that is most impressive. For that, be proud, my friends. Okay. I mean, hey, works for me. Okay. Did get all that. Bazaar and its people will finally be heard by the city. I guess your wish was granted, Kybit. Excuse me, you said a silver bracelet in the bandit camp and a golden kopesh? I think I got them. Praise the stars, and you, kind stranger. I cannot imagine the trouble you went to. Here, this is the most I can offer you, along with my thanks. Yay! Oh! Sand, corals. Have you felt the blistering winds, the frigid nights, the desert and its mystery? Cities blind you, the dunes tell the truth. I think I know what you mean. Cities can be confusing, but communities are what give a place identity. I know a community that you would belong in if you like. Community, tight-knit against the elements, trust in one another. Even if I can't remember my past, I remember that feeling. Yes, I'll go where you tell me. Well, at least in recompense of getting all this side stuff, at the very least I'm getting some extra stuff out of it too. Okay, cool. So my question is... There's still that. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, I can't even get in. Okay. Oh no, and there's a treasure out there. Dang it. Oof. Remember all these puzzles. This takes me back to fighting as well. Dang it. Used it, but it got wasted. There we go. Let's see here. Oh! Bandit stash key. Okay. And get him, Ghost! It's always interesting that you can't go there. Earth-shaking gauntlet. Interesting. What the? Hello? To such a beast, even a full-grown traveler would barely count as a morsel. Okay. Oh! You're giving me back my health. That's the only reason why I did the support with Mr. Fox. Alright? Let's see here. How am I able to get in there? I wonder then if I'm supposed to go a different direction? Nope, don't need that. Flowering succulent plant, okay. There we go. I guess I just had to go a different direction. Not fully, but... of course. Ow! There we go. Go down. What am I missing for this freaking thing? Oh, wait. Maybe I needed to do that for... maybe? Nope. Okay, never mind. That plan's gone. Oh, well, I got the Marvel's Riches done. You little... Hello? I found those 3 coups you were looking for, I think. Oh, salt spray. I lied. I was buying time to get to the treasure chest and keep it for myself. But I feel guilty. You're too cute. Here, take the treasure. Gee, how thoughtful. I want to smack him. Oh, never got this. Mine. Yoink. Cool. Okay, so the only thing that I don't know is you. Okay, so... Okay, healed, so that's what I wanted for the most part. Permanently raises critical chance. Ooh, give it to Chaska, please. Huzzah! Hey, Toast, when we get a chance, do you think you could come by my little headquarters? Sure, of course. What can I do to help? Well, see, I got some more thoughts on how to paint up the place, and I was thinking of doing portraits of all of us. Portraits? Really? Ran, that's really thoughtful. Yeah, let's practice. Give me your angriest, most vicious kind of expression. Like you're about to totally hex someone out. But being fearsome really isn't my kind of thing. I thought portraits were supposed to be an accurate reflection of the person. Tell that to my dad. He always wanted me to dress up for paintings. Quills curled, be a noble gentleman, stand up straight. I told him that wasn't me, but he never listened. Kept stitching on about family tradition and stuff. People look to the Von Trums. Ugh. Huh. Now I think about it, he sounded a lot like Tor Vidot and the other exiles. They were all about tradition and legacy about that stuff, too. What do you think you're all about, Ron? Not hiding when people are in trouble, but not acting high and mighty either. Who cares about nobility? Leading should be about protecting people. And I guess skulls and spikes are awesome, but heck it, flowers are too. They're out there just being bright and neat. The best thing I ever saw was when we were going to Nunnuit. It was those cactus flowers, both pretty and sharp. So cool. That's amazing. Bright and tough, pretty and sharp. What a combination. That does sound like you. Heh. Thanks, Toast. I should show us all surrounded by skulls and cactus flowers. I'm gonna need a heckin' ton of paint. I can't wait to get started. Aww. And with a flower. That's so wonderful. Okay, so... next I gotta deal with is the Nunnuit spiral towers and stuff. Oh, good lord. I guess. Oh, wait. Wasn't there another... oh, let's see here. Whee! Okay, so... world map. Let's go over here. Oh, yeah, okay. Mysterious stranger, yes, you'll be perfect. I would very much welcome your help. I wish to write tales of a tier, not from the kings and leaders, but the common people. Wish to start with the sailors here in the orbital port. The problem is, they're a bit intimidating. Would you talk to a few of them, gather their stories, and bring them back to me? Thank you ever so much. Okay, cool. Doesn't look like there's anything else here as well, so we'll leave it at that. So if that memory serves me correctly, I believe it's down here. Yeah. Many a story I have, wispy one. Listen close. I've been waiting to tell this yarn to someone. A tale? Settle in. This will make you shake in your boots if you wore any. Oh, okay, cool. Please, you have the look of fighters. Will you help us? The rebellion is quelled, but still, bandits occupy our homes. They have demanded payment to leave, but we have nothing left to give. That's terrible. Let me see what we can do to help. Well, before I do that, let's do this. I don't know how truthful these stories are, but here's what I heard. Amazing, truly unique. This is such a marvelous start to the book. I can't wait to see where it goes. Oh, and this is for you. Thanks. Black leather bracer and juggling ball. Okay. Yep. Oops. There we go. Oh. Okay. Was just coming in here to see if there was anything, but got it. Hiya! There we go. Goodness. Oh! Where'd you come from? Ow! Knock it off! Knock it! Get back over here. Hiya! There we go. Nope. Gotcha. Two more level ups. Yay! Ooh! Missed out on that. Wait, where did that go anyway? Oh, I'm back here. Okay. Well, this actually does help. Or was that on it? Okay. Oh, it's 3 of them. Okay. That means there's 2 more places that have it like that. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh. Huh. Okay. They would have never accepted him, my sweet Bata. Only our so-called enemies could help you. I hope I did right by you, my son. Bata, wait. Raised by your enemies? Were you Batar's mother? I think I know of a place that could use your kindness. Yes, my kit, my little one. I could not help him myself, but I tried to aid so many. If there's a place I can help more folk, I will go there. Oh, the poor dearest mother. Okay. Where am I? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, okay, I found the second one then. Nice. Get back over here. Ow. Gotcha. Beat him up. Gang up on him. There we go. Going upstairs. Ooh, a shop closet key. Hello. Maybe that's towards that one area. Let's come back over here. Let's see. Oh, it is. Lovely. What's in here? Knight armor. Ooh. Okay. Oh! Spike bloom! I missed that. Okay. Oh. Sun Guard Scarf. Wow, I missed so much. I'm not a true gamer. What's in here? Oh, right. This. Got it. Nah. Okay. And here is... Oh, is this the last of them? Sorry, guys. I need y'all to vacate. That means now! There we go, gotcha. There we go. Oh, neat. Whee! Vermilion grips. I'm gonna have to take a look at all these pieces of armor soon. I'm getting a lot. It is said that the spirit of water dwelt among the Aster. Yeah, I read a lot of stories about that. They seemed nice. Oh, it's so good to finally return home. Thank you again. Okay. Okay, the bandits are out of your houses now. You can go back home. Praise to you, good kind friend. We have collected what we could. It isn't much, but I hope it will show our great gratitude. Juggling ball and handcrafted trinket. Yay, more stuff. Still gotta deal with the spiral tower stuff, but more consumables. Raises character's maximum health. There we go. Okay, so... Alright, so the only thing I can think of left to do is the spiral tower. As soon as it wants to load for me. Ah. Okay. Let me think. Okay, cool. Ew, a present. 4 spirits crystal. Ooh. Okay, I did get that. Oh? Oh. The city cannot stay in shadow under the waters. It must rise, but do I trust him? Can I? Spirits, mother of waters, guide me. A city and waters. I know you. Take comfort. Nunnuit stands proudly. There's a place for you now, where you may be at peace, if you want to be. My city stands proudly, even now? How much later? I do not know. But she would be proud, I hope. I will go to this place, you say. Maybe she will join me. Okay. Da, da. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wee. Hmm. Oh. Oh, here we go. So it's sort of like a zigzag in a way. Okay, bottom left is the start one. Okay. There we go. Yay! Yay! Lilac bangle. Okay. Cool. Da da da. We... Hmm. Oh, okay. I haven't been here yet. Wait. Take a look. Aha! Nunuition dip. I got dip! Juggling ball. Neat. Now... Shoes of the Wisp. Hello. I'm finding all the goodies. Okay, so there's that. Da-da-da-da. Okay, I think I've seen everything now. Can I not interact with it? I figured I could. Interesting. Oh, it's the other guard. How do I get to you? Oh, here we go. Alright, so where am I going to go with this? Uh-huh. There we go. Someone actually came to help? I thought we'd been abandoned here. Your friends sent us to find you. They're safe outside, waiting. After God knows how long he's been here, to be frank. I'm sorry, buddy. Just in here all this time. Give me a second, everyone. Alrighty. For those that were in the ad, I'm terribly sorry. I'm actually just going through all of this myself, so... At the very least, I do hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. Okay. So, if that's the case... there's another spot right here. Alright. Cool. There we go. Unearthed coin. Interesting. Alright, so now the question is, can I get all the way to the left? Nope, that is not an option. Got it. I just can't get to it. Okay. This is going to put me up at the top again. I did miss this. Oh my goodness. Even though I was just a child, I remember stuff about that day. The cold water, the arms of the big monster wrapped around the ship. But more than anything, I remember seeing my star shining so bright in the dark. It talked to me and asked me for something. I didn't know words, but somehow I knew it was asking me for a wish. When they got me out of the water, they said I was a miracle. They gave me my own room in the tower, taught me about my powers, told me I was destined for greatness. I wanted to make them happy, so I learned and worked hard. When they told me I did a good job, or I was smart, it felt like everything... But after a while, it didn't feel the same. I could tell when people were just being nice. They didn't really care about me. Not like I wanted. And instead of shining for me, my star was outshining me. People only saw my star and what it could do. They didn't think about me at all. So I ran away. It felt like getting out of a cage. Like their attention was making the bars too hot to even touch. Like a sun behind me, too bright. I thought I was free, that I was going to find someone who liked me for me, not just because of my star. A real friend who loved me. And for a while, I thought I found one. But then I just ended up with more fake praise, a fake nice face, more lies, and another kind of cage. Oh. Alright, so let's go back to the beginning. And... oh, I gotta get to the Nunnuit town. Okay, that's what it's telling me. Whee! Oh, here we go. My friends are safe. My heart is so grateful to see us all well in the face of so much tragedy that has happened. I would offer the whole Cedarium in thanks if I could, but I hope this will suffice. Thank you. Very lovely. Okay. I have to go back to the Spiral Tower, which is coming of age. Artias, it's me. I'm back. Not like for good, because we still gotta save the world and stuff. And, you know. It's okay, Mahen. I assumed that was the case. But it's still so good to see you. I thought I might not have the chance again. Arias, are you okay? You seem real sad all of a sudden. I'm alright. I'd been thinking about it lately, and I believe you're old enough now to learn some things about your past. My past? What about it? I need you to bring me something from the tower's restricted area. The guard will let you in. You'll know it. You'll know what it is when you see it. Okay, I'll hurry up and get it and come right back. This is so cool. Okay, so this gives me entrance to over here. Okay then. Looks like 2 different areas. Huh. And of course we still have bandits, because why not? There we go. There we go. Get out of here. Lapis Locket. Okay. Aha. Well, there's nothing up here, so... Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. So that actually helps. Is there anything up here that needs to be used for? Oh, okay. That straight up and then to the right. Okay, got it. So it needs to be Mr. Fox. You. And you. Okay. There we go. Ooh, flower. Okay. Okay, so that was the first one. I guess it wasn't what I was looking for then. So I guess we gotta go to the second one. Head back down. Star Springs. Okay, so this will head me to this way. Non-nuition dip. Note to self, there's a hidden lever around. Don't forget the hanging stars. Come here, you. Nope, you're done. Okay. Lovely. Nothing over here. It's down here. Oh, I'm going backwards. Cool. Day of the Waves. Huh. Can't get that. So let's keep going this way then. Nothing. Da, 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 da. Fine. There we go. Oh, you little... Aha! Jeez! There! Goodness. That one hit a bit hard. Oh, I got rid of both of them. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's fine. I can access the other area now, but what is going on with this? Oh! Lovely. Oh, no, it's gonna go out. Okay, I guess that was the only thing for it. Yeah, okay. That's weird, though. How do I get... How do we get you? Don't forget the hanging stars. Oh my, the mist has gotten this far. Goodness. Day of the Waves. Okay. And... Pile driver! There we go. Oh, good lord. There we go. There we go. Oh, come on. No! I'm dropping like flies. No, no, I did that wrong. Oh, come on. Nope. Got it. Okay. Oh, that was close. Goodness. A spiral vault key. Okay. Oh, is this where it's supposed to go? Mark of the Warrior. Okay. Oh, that's joyous. Okay. Nope. Dang it. No! Oh, barely. I'm fine with this. Dang it. Okay. Got rid of your helper at least. Nope. Dang it. There we go. Dang it. No! Ah. That is my actual first game over. If I remember correctly. Dang it. That's unfortunate. Hey, Pillow. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, are you kidding me? Don't tell me. Nunuit Spiral Tower. Okay, that's kind of promising. Okay, thank good Lord. Okay, it actually saved me when I got that chest. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was gonna have to go back to the actual save point when I last got to a campfire. I'm just like, no, please, no, please. Okay. So I can actually work with this. But before I even go in there this time, I didn't want to give that to. I wanted to give it to Chaska. Oh well. Raises magic. You're the strongest one that gets it, so. That should work. Okay, so... Okay. Jeez! Dang it! Are you kidding me? Dang it! Okay. I can work with this. Nope, I don't think I can work with this. Nope! Good lord, what is up with this round? Nope, I'm continuing. Okay, it didn't show me that last time. I must have accidentally hit a button as soon as it did it. Alright. Enjoy the lovely music, everyone. I need to take a quick 3-minute break, or at least 1 to 2 minutes, depending. But I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, above anything, what I'm probably gonna do is this will probably be my last one above anything in terms of I just want to kill these people. Okay, so critical chance. There we go. Okay. Let's start this off with actually full health. And let's see if I can't do it this way. Ah. Dang it, I can't. I can't. I did it. Or maybe I did. At this point, I don't know. Okay. Dang it! Come on! Nope! Oh, come on! Come! Oh, come on. I hit continue. Nope. Really hate keep doing this, but I really don't have a choice. Ah! Come on! Come on. Nope. Give me that. Please tell me I can do it this time. Thank you. Oh. Good Lord. Oh, where are you taking me? Where am I going? I'll take that. Nope, not in here. We am going somewhere. Long night's meal. Well, okay then. Good lord. Okay. Okay. I'm calling it. I don't need to get any more hurtful with myself, so I think I am just going to call it. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me above anything. Got a little bit heated at the end, but I wanted that last group done. So, above anything, we will go ahead and raid over to Deacon's Q7 simply because they're doing an unexpected stream today because apparently they couldn't keep their hands off, or paws, however you want to say it. They couldn't keep themselves away from Dragon Quest 7. So they're doing another unexpected stream for today. So we will just go ahead and raid over to them, and then we will give them the support that y'all have been giving me. Oh, you're fine, Pillow. But above anything, we'll go ahead and head over to Deacon's Q. Already been playing for 35 minutes, so we'll just go ahead and give them the support. But sorry for the little heated on the last round, but that's the first time I've actually died in this game. 3 times in a row to the same group. So, yeah, that was a little bit annoying. But thank you all so much for coming to join me. And thank you so much for showing your support. I might be back tomorrow. I'm unsure about it. But I will be back on Thursday above anything to stream normally. I may do more of the Lonesome Guild. Simply because today was mostly just about side quests above anything. So... and plus, it was helping me get some things that I needed. So, it was helping me. But, let's go ahead and raid over. I will see you all either Wednesday if I put out the notice, or above anything, I will see you all confirmedly on Thursday. See you all later, and I will see you all in the chat of DKSQ7. Bye!